why do I practice so well, but I can't perform in a match? And I'm sure you've heard it out there, or you've been out there and you've said the same things as well. One of my big believers is that we're a reflection of our training habits and what we do in our training. And I think one of the key things in training to simulate is the uncomfortable nature of what a match provides. So when we go into a match and we're dealt with uncomfortable situations, fear, nerves, tension, an opponent who's trying to exploit us, we kind of get to this situation where we feel really vulnerable and scared. And I think if, us as coaches, our job is to put players in that situation more often, or if you're a player out there, is to practice under those situations as much as possible. Simulating match type pressure and nerves, and putting, penalties on, losing matches. So therefore you feel those same nerves, etc. You can never simulate exactly what a match is going to feel like, but I guess you can try to get it to a situation where it is as close to it as possible. So, my biggest takeaway of players getting better is, growth occurs at the end of uncomfort. And if we can create uncomfortable situations and get players to problem solve and decision make through them, find a way through them, then they come to matches and those situations become a lot easier to deal with. Whereas if you don't create that uncomfort in training, if training is perfect, if it feels good, if players are able to hit really nicely and fluently and just the ball's fed to them in the same spot all of the time, that doesn't translate to performing under pressure. So our job as coaches, my job as a coach, is to create that uncomfortable feeling for the athletes and make sure that they go through that more often than not in training before they get to a match. Yes, there are times where you need to feel good and get the stroke production feeling nice and comfortable, but always remember that doesn't translate to performance. What translates to performance is that ability to make decisions and problem solve through the stress and through the nerves and through the pressure, that they can then relate that to match day where they can make the same decisions and problem solve the same way. So always remember that growth occurs at the end of uncomfort.